Thanks, Neha. We need to demystify the concept of smart protein. Essentially, it's a food item which you are consuming daily. When you look at, maximizing and mainstreaming of plant protein, I think two things are extremely critical, is taste and price. If taste and price would not have been the main criteria for mass consumers, McDonald's and Coca-Cola would not have been the name they are today. Those are the two very very important pillars. If you get a good tasting product and you get a good price point, the mass market opens up. Very interestingly, a lot of you may not know there's a texturized product in the Indian market, especially in North India, which is called soya chap, and they have a market size of around 1800 crore per annum with no organized player. So why does that happen? Because people are looking for tasty and affordable food. Now comes the next part, which is the responsibility of, that's the consumer end of the domain, the mass market. When we talk about the companies who are responsible and who are looking to grow the sector more ethically, I think nutrition comes into the picture. As Dr. Anand Ramakrishnan also said, soy has got a PDCAS value of 0.9 and it's one of the most complete plant-based protein with all essential amino acid. And we are one of the largest producers and exporters of soy. So we have to leverage that product. So we have had the challenge, technological challenge of getting the right taste, right price point, and the nutrition. So recently we have managed to really pull down the price point. For example, 6 months prior to this, we had at a B2B level, our price point was around 400 rupees a kilogram. So think about when you compare with a mutton, which is around 600 rupees a kilogram, it is cheaper. When you consider with chicken, which is around 200 rupees a kilogram, it's double the cost. So we are not making so much headway. Now we have developed a plant protein at a B2B level. We are showcasing at our event also 100 rupees a kilogram, and we are getting crazy orders because now everyone's opens up because it is becoming affordable. So I do believe the most critical part in this domain to begin with will be technological for all the companies to get the price down, nail it down properly. And in terms of interventions, if you may ask, and very interestingly, it's not just a case of India. We have seen even outside of India, when we talk to big retailers and brands, they are looking for very affordable solutions. There's a lot of unemployment, inflation is high, so they are also looking for very affordable solution. So if we get a good quality product at an affordable price point, I think that's where the market is. Government at a government level, imagine like we have to face around 18% of GST, whereas meat products has got 0% GST. So if you imagine a 100-meter race, they already started at 18 meters and we started 0 point. So it's a very nascent stage. If government wants to encourage, I think at least we can have a free window of say 3 to 5 years of no GST on plant proteins. So why the mass? For the masses it is important, and thereby it is important for government, because all of us know we are the largest consumer, producer and importer of lentils. But very few people know 72% of Indians are protein deficient. And this, imagine, why is that the case? All of us are eating dal, but we are protein deficient. For our body weight, we are not consuming adequate protein. Because if you look at the protein composition of dal, it goes from possibly 14 gram in chana dal right up to mid 20 gram for other dals. But once you hydrate it, it's almost 1/3. You add water. So अगर मैं चना दाल खा रहा हूँ, I'm just having 5 gram in a consumable form per 100 gram. So to meet my body requirement, I have to eat a lot of dals, which none of us do. So that is why plant protein, which is more protein dense, closer to meat, will be important for meeting the nutritional requirement and protein requirement for India. When you talk about India, I think we are much more price sensitive in our monthly consumption. So those were the pillars we worked upon. Thankfully, we had a distribution partner which was penetrating to the rural markets of India. So if you look at our top 10 cities in September where we sold, you'll have some interesting sounding names: Samastipur from Bihar, Visakhapatnam, Bhubaneswar, Malkangiri from Odisha. So these names you would not associate primarily with a plant protein consumption. Think about Samastipur. The people there are consuming plant protein, but we are not telling them in so much manner. We're just saying it's a tasty, quality product, just have it. So I think that is what the future of the market will be, because yes, there are technical matters to it, but food is very individual and very cultural. So if you look at, and I believe the smart protein mainstreaming in India will be in the raw format. If you look at the meat consumption also, it is always in the raw format. People buy raw mutton, chicken, fish, and they cook it as per their own cuisine. So ready-to-eat market will be concentrated primarily into the urban sector and the exports. And in coming to exports, it's very fascinating. There's this company in America called Just. So Just, they came up with a vegan egg alternative. And how do they market it? They say that we scanned the entire globe and it came with an ancient Indian lentil called moong and made protein out of it and made egg out of it. So Americans know how to brand their stories. We do not. While even during our pre-independence days, we would export cotton and import textiles because there's no value addition in cotton. So this is what we are doing even today. We're exporting lentils or soy. Why don't we export value-added product? We export our soy, they process it, and they send us the smart protein to India. So what's the point? We are as technically competent, as resource capable as the Western world. In fact, we should be exporting out of India. And India knows its spices. An Indian format of plant-based meat going out from India has such a major market. Think as if a French company selling, say, Indian butter chicken. No one will buy even in India. And same goes if you sell, say, a burger or a nugget from India to the US. People may not be so excited. But if we sell, curry, plant-based tikka, plant-based biryani, then that becomes authentic. So therein, how we have to leverage our agricultural strength and our culinary strength, I think that is going to be the future of plant protein.